Hey, Pusnet, another BB need your help. I started to talk about that on another list, and but I thought I would bring it to the channel because I know there's some people that do amateur radio or do it yourself and stuff and everything. So I wanted to bring it here because also it may interest people that don't do amateur radio, because I think it would be like this. I'm starting to think, as I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with all that radio and things like that, what would be a good starter kit for someone that put it in another form, as like, imagine someone comes and say there's a contest and you need to prepare the perfect beginner radio kit for some people, and here you go, and what would you put in there? So and take it for let's take that there's nobody, like somebody's like a beginner, has not even their amateur radio license, so probably the first thing on this stuff would be to at least get their technicians to know a little bit how to work radio, but then to see how all the other possibility you can have. And so part of this, as I'm working, I'm almost completed now my my mobile. I have to use keep the same terminology, but my mobile station. I was thinking about so if I'm mobile, you may not have, or a lot of the repeater here may be down, or there may be issues and stuff, so you may have to set up your own communication stuff. So I was thinking about a system. So there's two things to the project that I think would be interesting. So recently I started to play with this, and I'm kind of on the hold right now, because as I started, because a lot of amateur radio, so for those that don't know, it's a Raspberry Pi. For a lot of people in the amateur radio are starting to do great product with that. One of the advantage of this is, like, it's only like $35, and it's literally a mini computer. So you see there's a lot of the ports and USB. This is the 2, I think, 2A or 2B, I think, I forgot, probably like in the whole kit. But yeah, for about $100 you can start, like, so you have like kits with some parts, so you can make like your own, basically. And actually I'll be working on that today. You can do like electronic kits and stuff like that, and basically you can transform this thing to almost anything. So the beauty with this is, one, it's cheap. Two, so basically $35, so this is about a UV5R, and but it has a little bit more potential than a UV5R, because hardware versus software. When you have, so this is hardware because it's hard, and a UV5R, once you have the radio, there's no change you can do. So a lot of the radio, you can either upgrade some component on it, or you can modify like the software that runs in, and so now you have like a different function, a little bit like your iPhone or your smartphone, when you get like upgrade from it. So they're increasing how the system works and stuff. So the beauty with the Pi is that it works, like, the most memory that it works with are with microchips. So those little things here are microchips, and you put basically different program on them. And this is where the issue becomes, where I'm kind of on the stall, because most of the programming is basically what, because we kind of live in a fake world with our Microsoft and all that stuff. Is basically the program behind is what you use to basically use this, but we have like box popping up and everything for facility of the user, so that way that many people can use. But we lost the art of programming, and so this is what I'm getting comfortable with. So one thing, by the way, I found some YouTube thing on like introduction to Linux, programming Linux and stuff. But if anybody has good links on for beginners, like the commands and how it works and how to think Linux and how to program and everything, it would be nice to send it my way. So back to this. So basically, what I would like to do. So the first thing, and as you can see from the titles, there's kind of two parts to it. So let's go with the second part, because this I just came out with. So the beauty with those things, like I was saying, is change the card, your Pi does different things. So this thing remains the same, but as you change that, it has different function depending of what you're running into and stuff. So I was thinking about, wouldn't it be great then if you could have like a Swiss Army kit of Raspberry Pi? So I think I have one here. Yes. So you would have, like, for example, something like this. So this is where I keep all my cards. So exactly like this, you would have like something with all your cards in, and each card has obviously a different function, different program and everything is running and stuff like that. And so basically that would become your Army Swiss tools. And so if I need to run a digipeater or something like that, pick up, boom, I put that in, this becomes a digipeater. I need to run out, like now I was reading a little bit on some people in the past used to run some mesh system out of Raspberry Pi, get the program, boom, asterisk is now on your Pi running your mesh system. So I think it would be an awesome thing, because now with the cheap $35-$60 I can do many things. And I think as a preppers and people that don't know because this is a problem with when you prepare, right, is we don't know what we're going to be facing with, but we sure need a lot of tools for it. And so if you have a wide variety of tools, then you'll be able to choose a better selection. So that would be my first project. So this is why I'm asking your opinions. What kind of program you think would be good for that? What suggestion you have, sending links and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll start a discussion. The second one is in the same vein, is that what I would like to try to do is a portable, disposable repeater station. What I mean by disposable is that it is on the, so it's not like $500-$600, but it's something that basically I can put on top of a mountain, and if something happens, I just leave it there. So I was thinking in the ballpark of 200, everything included. So to include it in maybe like this size of a Pelican case. There's some that are about long like this and waterproof. So basically that makes it waterproof, crush proof, environment proof basically. I put one of those in there, and my goal would be to run to be able to run this station as either a digipeater or as well as a node for packet. And I'm getting new to packet too. That's another thing I'm kind of playing with, because I'm kind of in the digital world. This is why things kind of all together, because I'm hoping to all go for, but I discover something, I need to learn about it, so then I come back and then I lean to something about L2, so this is why I kind of go back and forth. But what I would like to do is either as a digipeater, so either a node or a digipeater, because I just learned it's kind of a little bit of a difference how you set up your TNC and stuff, because I know like there's stuff for that, and so I have it like a BBS on that as well, because the advantage or how I see this happening would be that imagine that so you put down on top of a mountain and your group is around and everything, but there's somebody that goes scattered for some resources or something like that. You could communicate with each other, even sending a packet system. So you leave a message, hey, I'm on my way there and blah blah blah, or I'm in that city and everything seems to be fine. So you send like quick message, and then the station kind of picks them up, and so, or even and this is again the leave behind kind of philosophy. So let's say you're on your bugging out situation, you leave that at a certain position, and it's a BBS. So that means like some TNC, what they were able to do in days is they had all the programmation inside to kind of keep message. So that means that, let's say I leave some sort of somewhere, and I'm on my way to whatever on the road, leave a message, been here Friday, everything okay, 3 people in my car, goes through, and the other person behind knows now, because let's say your family, you're gathering and you're all over the place and stuff, so now the other person is on his way as well, takes the message, okay, you pass here Wednesday, blah blah blah, there was 3 people and things like that. And so you can leave message basically, or breadcrumbs on communications like this. And let's say it would be compromised, you could maybe put it situation compromise, don't continue changing course of things because communication maybe go down. So that would be like kind of situations that I could see using this repeater. But also I would like to be able to do analog, so basically analog digital packet all in one box, under about like $200, and that includes the case for that, so maybe like $35 for this. And so basically really the power of that whole station would come from all those programs and stuff. So I was thinking about that idea, and I was wondering about the people that kind of do that stuff a little bit more than I do. Like I said, I started that on the other forum as well. So let's see your ideas and communicate, and let's have discussions and stuff, and I'll talk to you soon.